There we go. We got the engine apart from the transmission. Welcome back, everybody. It's your boy Romanovich, Auto Surgeon. We are back at it on this Tiguan build. We finally pulled that engine and the transmission and had a little hiccups, but it's all right. We're right on the way. I got both the engines sitting right here. This is the new engine. This is the old one. Pulling everything from that one onto this one. It's just exciting to finally be here, but let's go ahead and swap everything over. If you guys are new to this channel, make sure to tap that subscribe button, hit the little bell for post notifications, and I'll catch you on here. Don't forget, if you're doing this kind of job or a job that you've never done before, take a lot of pictures, or even like little video of you going down the side of the engine. That'll help you remember where all the wiring goes, where all the bolts go, because these jobs are now possible without phones and photographic memory. So if you don't get photographic memory like I don't, sometimes I do. Sometimes I just remember where everything goes. Sometimes I just blank out. So take photos, make sure you know what you're doing, and if you don't, check out the manual or have a friend that'll let you know where everything goes or can come out and help you out. Let's go ahead and jump onto this and get working. All right, so we're slowly making progress. Remove the little fuel thing right here. Then we're moving now this whole piece. That way we can reach and remove the whole head. This one's obviously still standing there. That's from this one. Also remove this little piece right here. It's pretty easy. Actually fits right on top of the engine itself right here. It's all one piece. Trying to remove things all together. That way we don't lose track of anything. And then of course remove this little down pipe. Feeds the oil for the air intake right here. So let's keep moving forward. I'm slowly now removed all these bolts right here for this manifold or whatever it's called. All bolts on here and the bottom. I'm gonna try to start slowly prying it up so I can reach the fuel rail or the injectors right there and unplug them just like this one is. And then we're gonna be able to remove all this right here and see a better picture of what else we need to remove till we can remove the top end off. We finally got to these little flaps right here. Let's go ahead and inspect how they are. So I got a good amount of carbon buildup on them. I'll go ahead and clean these out. Here's our cams. Wanted to go ahead and make sure that they were all lined. They actually look all in really good shape, both exhaust and intake. I was just gonna check this level here, making sure that they didn't bend or twist or anything like that, which actually look beautiful. So I actually might use these for the new engine, since their condition is actually really nice. Also, the top of the block looks actually really good. This is just the gasket material. I'll just remove all this, make sure it seals up real nice, but everything is beautiful. No shavings whatsoever in here. Looks very clean. None of these little things have any ridges on them. Super smooth. Love it. So I'm most likely just gonna use this top end, but we still got to look underneath, make sure it's all nice and straight under there, make sure nothing's bent. And I see one little problem right now looking at it. It's this one right here. So if you look at this one, see this one, it's a little off. Oh no, I think actually I bumped it because I was trying to move the one of the one of the cam shafts out, and then bumped it off. Yeah, so it's actually fine. Looks good. Let's go ahead and unbolt all these bolts. Make sure you're doing from the outside and then slowly going in, crossword puzzle, cross section way, just like you would do your lug nuts on your vehicle. And let's get these things off and check the bottom side. A few days later, obviously for you it's just the next scene. But we had to wait 2 days to get this right here for the head. So here's what it looks like. Here, if I could maybe show it to you better like this. Put it between my feet. There, it's a special combination. It's only for Audis and Volkswagens. It's the head bolts. So what I've decided to do, obviously I told you, I'm gonna remove the top end of this, see if we can put it on there. First, we gotta check if it's damaged. So I'm gonna go ahead, since I waited for so long, I'm gonna go ahead and skip and not record quite a bit. I'll record after it's already off because I just don't wanna make the video for too long for you guys. So I'm gonna go ahead and dive right in. All right, awesome. So we finally removed the top end and here we go. I've actually looked and it is in very, very good condition. There is no rough spots, no gouges. I've even checked with a level and a ruler and everything to make sure it's like from, let me set this up, from this side to that side, like this corner to there, this corner up, and then all the way across here, here, here. Made sure it was nice and flat, and it is 100% flat. There's no light that comes through. So I think this head is in really, really good shape. All right, so I skipped quite a bit. I already tore this engine apart, pretty much took everything off. The last thing is the torque converter. And here we have pretty much just about the full engine here. A few small pieces missing, but we already had one timed it. If you guys want me to do a timing video, I can, because I have this engine right there, so that will be no problem whatsoever. But new guides, new chain. Got to make sure that these marks are perfectly aligned with this new chain that you have. And there's that one right there. Let's go further down. Here we go. Got this mark on this right there. Got our top dead center. Make sure that's up 100%. Got that one marked up. And that one. This one doesn't matter. That's just the oil pump. And then we got our new, this is the new upgraded version of the tensioner. You pull this off and it tensions everything instead of having that plastic band from the old one. Let's see if I can find it. See that? This little silicone band that goes around right there. It breaks and gets loose and doesn't do anything anymore. That's when your engine jumps time. So everything looks in time, and this one forgot to show you. But here we go. I'm gonna go ahead and spin it over twice. These marks won't line up, but my these ones up top here should, and the top dead center. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that and be right back. So we rotated twice, and our marks here and here line up 100%, and the top dead center, same thing. So like I said, maybe I didn't say it, but you spinning it twice, the little these little pieces are not going to line up. The chain's not going to line up with the camshaft. That's why it's better to put a reference on the camshaft itself and on marking like a positive, like a let's call it stationary position. That way you know it'll line up just like that one right there. Something that's all fixed. There you go, fixed place, so you'll know if you actually line it up properly. So I'm happy. Everything looks like it lines up 100%. Very excited. So I'm gonna go ahead and start. I just went ahead and put this oil tensioner on. It's perfect, nice and aligned. It's not thrown off anymore, just like the previous time it was, where it was completely jump time here. So we are ready to go ahead and close this all up. This is pretty awesome. I'm gonna go ahead and put the bridge on now, and then we'll move forward. So she is pretty much complete. We have this cover on. We still have the spacer in here where the pulley is for the belt. We're gonna take that out and install it most likely on the vehicle. Maybe I'll probably install it now. I'm just trying to figure out if I have clearance for it. I'll probably do, just you know, just taking precautions. But up here is all tightened down as well. I finally was able to remove this little little key thing that goes inside and holds this bridge on. It is, you unscrew it. I think, is that clockwise? Yeah, clockwise, not counter, not like you would regularly use. Unscrew it. So righty loosey, lefty tighty. Okay, make sure you do that right. You need that special tool. I accidentally busted my friend's. Here it is. It was on there super tight. So I think this one right here, it got loose a little bit. You can see that, but no worries. I'll get him a replacement if he asks me for it. So that's not a big deal. Those parts can be changed, you know. But everything else is perfect. We just got to put this cover on, throw the spark plugs in. I already turned it over a few times and it's turning over. Has beautiful compression. Super excited. I've never done a timing job with a chain. I've done it with a belt. So this is gonna be interesting. I can't wait to put it on the vehicle. I'm sure we got a bunch of memories we gotta bring back, just how we took this engine out by it. But last thing I think we have to do on this one is just remove this torque converter. All right, so I know it's a little bit dirty. It gets there sometimes, but the biggest thing, look at this. I had to knock these out completely, even though they're in pretty nice shape. All that had to get removed. Had to knock all these out from the bottom under here. That way I can actually spin this torque converter, and look at that, finally it spins over. Like, I had to go through so much just because I couldn't remove the torque converter. I had to rip these out. I'll put a picture right here how I took the engine, changed it up to here, kept raising it up, and the bottom lip of the pan was holding here to the bottom of the cherry picker, and pretty much was like trying to open it further and further. That way I can remove all these bolts that were holding these rods in. But so happy, finally I went ahead and busted it loose. My uncle came by and helped me a little bit. So it is ready. I went ahead and removed all the bolts. So she is ready to come out. Most likely all this is the rest of this is gonna be trash. I most likely will keep it for further on projects, because there are some parts that are really nice and perfect. So yeah, but as you guys can see, this one right here, it's got some serious scoring. So it jumped. This one rotated in itself, so it's really bad. All the other ones are nice and smooth, no scoring whatsoever. But yeah, look at this. Had to bend this as well. Kind of sucks, but it is what it is. It is finally time to remove this. I'm gonna go ahead and pull it out and set it aside, because it should still have some fluid inside. I don't want to spill it anywhere, so progress is key. Go ahead and show you the back side of the part that goes into the engine. Just a little plug like that, fits in there, spins nice and smoothly. This side will have to align really well on the transmission part. Gotta make sure that it all fits in perfectly, and then I'll show you exact way how to. We'll have to flush this, and then the proper way to fill the fluid into this. You'll have to put into each gear, hold it for 10 seconds, and go from park all the way to whatever, what is it, third or whatever you have gear, and then all the way back down. I'll do a couple times, make sure you get enough fluid in here. Don't overdo it for sure, because that can really mess it up, and that causes slippage and not getting into gear at all. So gotta be really careful. All right, here we go. I just removed all of the bolts here that hold this plate on. So I'm going to show you why I had to rip the bottom of the engine off, just to be able to remove this torque converter. Since the torque converter was like, wouldn't turn whatsoever, because those wouldn't spin at all. And yeah, so here it is, this nice little gasket or whatever, with a little rubber seal that goes all the way around. It's it wouldn't let me because those two were bolted to that piece. I had to completely rip it off. It's sad, but it is what it is. That's what happens when you got a motor that won't turn over. You have to do so much more just to get some things off. So yeah, there we go. This motor is pretty much done for. We're gonna be taking only this little shield for the transmission when it mounts to the engine, so there's no gap or whatever. Swap that out, and that's it. That one's going to the trash. Gonna put it all away for storing for the moment till maybe somebody needs it. Other than that, we're done. We can finally move towards moving the engine back into the vehicle to see if we can start it up.